Hi everyone, it's Mish here. Well, it's been a long time since I last posted literally anything on this channel. Well, it's been a lot of stuff has been happening, and I've been dealing with like a whole ton of stuff for the last couple of months. I could begin to explain. Well, I've been going through a lot of changes, I think, with my life in general, and I've been realizing a few things, and it's interesting. I've had they say when your wisdom tooth comes in, that's when like a lot of changes kind of happen, like kind of kick in with your life, and I never really believed it until it began, and I was like, oh wow, the right side of my mouth is really hurting me, and I'm also learning a whole heap of stuff about myself right now, which is crazy. So yeah, I guess wisdom does come with your wisdom tooth. Interesting as that is. Well, I have done a few things in the time that I've been away from this, and one being that I've applied for my driving test again. That's huge for me, and I know that probably isn't a big deal for a lot of people who are going to be listening to this, if they listen to this. But to me, it's basically the equivalent of saying I've climbed Everest to even make the booking. So I'm pretty chuffed that that's happening. That's really good. Growth, however little it is growth itself. So that's good. I guess this is more of like a recap. But and I guess this is a video to really for me to explain, and this may seem a bit weird, but how proud of myself I am of myself, if that makes any sense. I'm basically proud of myself for a few things, and things I never thought happened have happened, and they just haven't happened like that. They've happened with intention, and I'm glad. I feel like I'm on my way. I'm actually on my way to do something great, And it's I feel like I'm gaining momentum in my life. I feel like things are going on, things are happening, and I've had to today. It was nuts. Like I started therapy today. I started talking to this really cool psychologist. Amazing, by the way. I feel like everyone should do it. Everyone, no matter how amazing you think your life is, talking to someone about it is no, is always gonna make it better, always. And yeah, I realized that one today. Funnily enough, my mum accompanied me to that session, which isn't as bad as it seems, but it was good that she was around, and I'm really glad that it happened the way it happened. Um, I also went to an osteo today because I've really done my back doing deadlifts at the gym. I've been getting back into the gym despite all the chub you see. She's been working out pretty hard. But like feeling unbelievable, like just great. And I don't really my focus isn't about aesthetic anymore and like my weight and like my weight gain, my weight loss. I'm not really thinking about that. It's more of like strength gain. So I feel like I'm heading in a healthy direction, and that's really good. Um, it'll be good to know and hear that I'm actually trying to do less illegal things, which is good. Uh, I don't know if that's obviously a joke. That's a joke. That's a joke. It's a joke. Obviously, she's a yeah. But yeah, she's I'm doing pretty well. I feel a lot better, and I think for the last couple of months I've been putting off a lot of things that I really shouldn't have. And but that being said, I think it happened for a very good reason. Like, and I think you know who you are. Like I've been pretty distant from my friends and to an extent my family, and I have felt kind of isolated a lot of the time and looking to find something, and I know it. Like I know I just have not been satisfied with anything. And I've realized, and it's taken me a while to realize that it's not the other people that are kind of getting in my way and they are the ones that are dissatisfying me. It's the fact that it's me. Like I feel like I'm not satisfying myself, And it took me a while to get to that point. And now I feel like I'm doing everything that I can to get past that, which is good because I feel like there's a massive chunk of me that wants to love a lot of people in my life, and I want to spread that love as thinly as I can spread it across the vast range of people I know in my life. I would love to spread it as far as it can go. But I've realized that like like a spread like honey on toast, I have run out of honey, and there can't be honey on toast without the honey, and I realized that recently. So I need to work on getting the honey, and that's what I've been working on, getting the honey. And my brain has kind of been like the bees, I guess, like working to get that honey. And I've been kind of doing what I can to get back up there and like learn to, as sad as it sounds, love myself, because I feel like a part of me, and it isn't surface level at all. Like it isn't surface level in the sense that it's not that I don't love my body. That is not what it is. It's more my brain and the way that I think and the way that I feel. And I was really letting myself go in terms of my self esteem, mentally and emotionally, and to a point where I felt like I wasn't good enough for myself or for others. And and I just let go of a lot of things that and I. It's funny because now looking back on that, it seems like a waste of time, but it had to happen. The whole thing had to happen, and I'm happy it did happen. It taught me a lot, and it continues to teach me things. And every day I go through bits and of like moments of just kind of dipping, in terms of how I'm feeling, and like most people, but I'm finding that I'm getting up a bit quicker than I used to be, which is a good thing. I'm working on it. I'm just constantly working on it. That's basically that. I've done a lot of things in my spare time to make myself feel better about myself. I have been gymming a lot. I started therapy, which is good. I also have a coach at gym, and she's giving me like specific tips and tricks to kind of get me to a place that I want to go, and um, which is amazing, which is great, which is what I want. Also, I got my gap fixed. These suckers are filled in. She's no longer a gap toothed gal, and yeah, and it's funny because I didn't ever think that I cared about it as much, and it's funny because I talked to a few of my friends and I was like, oh guys, have you noticed like I've got the gap filled in and stuff, and everyone's like, we didn't even notice you had a gap, and goes to show everyone that your insecurities sometimes people don't even realize you have them until you actually point them out and actually talk to people about it. It's the funniest thing, and it's crazy how much can actually be just boiling away under the surface in your mind, but really have like no one else sees it. It's just you, and this is one of the most the oldest like thing in the book of you being your harshest critic. I don't know whichever one, critic. Yeah. So yeah. uh so just a reminder to take it easy, to go easy on yourself. You're not all that, but you're not everything, and there's certainly so much space and time for you to grow and for you to get better. Before I quickly finish this off, I would like to mention, kind of shout out to this book. I literally picked it up, well, today, and I cannot talk about it in the sense that it's such a good. I don't know. I've lost my words. I'm sorry, but this is such a great book. It is an amazing book. I've just begun it and I've already fallen in love with it. I think if anyone who is struggling to find their path and from struggling to figure out how to start bettering themselves, this is an amazing book. Also, John Peterson is a great help. He is a man just far wiser than he looks. I mean, he looks pretty wise, to be fair. So he's a man far wiser than his age. Um, And this is also a good book. So 12 rules for life, I believe. And this book is also fantastic tools. If you guys do need a tool to fall back on, I certainly do. I need as many tools as I can get my hands on. If anything, I'm really kind of grabbing, using all my hands and feet for the tools. But that's all for today, guys. I will check in pretty soon. But I just wanted to say, yeah, like these are like small wins. Like celebrate every win, celebrate it, because who else is gonna celebrate it? And also, no matter how small a win may be, it's still a win, and you deserve the celebration. And you are doing a great job. Whatever you're doing a great job, and you have to remind yourself of that, because you know, yes, like this, there is toxic negativity. There's also toxic positivity, I believe. When people are way too like, oh, celebrate everything, it's great. But now I realize there's like a balance. Where if and it really depends. It's very subjective on the person, because depending on how negative your headspace can get, you need that positive self-talk. You need that positive, like, constant, like, you're doing great, you're doing great, you just keep going, you're right, like, just keep going, you'll get there. All right. And I'd think I'm one of those people, maybe, so trying to give myself as much love as I can right now. But I really hope you guys are doing fine as well. If you guys need anything in terms of advice, potentially, I'm probably not the best person you should really ask. I'm sure there are billions of people out there that could help in terms of just much more knowledge than I have. This guy has a website. I believe it's jamesclear.com. Basically, his name, all in one.com. And also, Jordan Peterson has his website too. I have actually subscribed to his personality test, which I'm actually really planning to do tomorrow. There's like a whole bunch of things you have to do. It's only like $5 online. It's totally worth it. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I'll probably check in tomorrow and let you guys how that went. But this video is getting way too long. But so if you guys need any sort of like fallback as to how to get advice for this stuff, I would definitely, I would definitely recommend these people. So James Clear, Jordan Peterson, for sure.